Hello out there, Bulba Tube fans. This is Shangrenard, and I will be walking you through Professor Bulba's top 10 weirdest species of Generation 6. Let's HMO1 right into it! Would you rather have a playful Pokémon or a naughty Pokémon? Well, if you said playful, stick to an English-speaking country, as that is the species name for Pancham in English. However, if you said naughty, consider moving to Japan, as Pancham's Japanese species name is Naughty. I guess it's fair to say that Jinx won't be bringing any presents for Panchams in Japan. Ready for more odd translation choices?
Bring it.
Esper in English is known as the Restraint Pokémon because it has to restrain itself from blowing up everything around it with its sparky boom mind powers. The word restraint makes it sound as if it's struggling to resist that urge. Its Japanese species name is the Self-Control Pokémon, which makes it seem 10 times less crazy. Its evolution, Meowstic in English, is known as the Constraint Pokémon, whereas its Japanese species name is the Restraint Pokémon. Sup with the change, Game Freak, lacking self-control with artistic license? Sylveon in English is known as the Intertwining Pokémon, for obvious reasons. I mean, look at that thing. Its ribbons could intertwine a gazebo.
Leave my gazebo alone.
Its Japanese name is something with a different turn of meaning. It is known as the Association Pokémon. I guess that could make sense since one of the definitions of association is a connection or cooperative link between people or organizations. Or in its case, demon-like ribbon creatures. Fletchling in English is known as the Tiny Robin Pokémon, which is quite different than its original species name of Japanese Robin Pokémon. Really? We're gonna take out the word Japanese? Are we afraid children might figure out that Pokémon comes from Japan? Oh, and shh! Better not tell them that Kalos is based off of France. Too much culture is dangerous.
You seem upset. Have this.
Get that filthy baguette away from me! Slurpuff in English is known as the Meringue Pokémon, whereas in Japan it is known as the Whipped Cream Pokémon. Not sure what happened there. Meringue is made by beating egg whites and is quite different than whipped cream. But what makes even less sense is how either of those are the end product from cotton candy evolving.
Deal with it.
Binacle is the two-handed Pokémon. I mean, I'd argue that there's lots of two-handed Pokémon. Doesn't mean that they need to give it a species name of that. Its original Japanese species name is Two Groups Pokémon, which makes sense if you look to see that these Pokémon are based off of barnacles. Chespin is known as the Spiny Nut Pokémon. Nut as in the edible substance, not a state of mind.
There.
Its Japanese species name is Shelled Chestnut Pokémon. So there is a bit of a difference in semantics of words so far. When it evolves into a Quilladin, it becomes the Spiny Armor Pokémon, which paints a different picture than its Japanese name of Spiky Armor Pokémon.
Now you are just being difficult.
Fennekin and all of its evolutions are known as the Fox Pokémon, both in their English and Japanese names. Yeah, nothing special here. Oh, but wait!
Sweet Arceus. What is it?
Here is its original intended evolution line. No, not actually, just screwing with you. But in a parallel universe, who knows? Froakie is the Bubble Frog Pokémon, which is pretty close to its Japanese name of Foam Frog Pokémon. Its evolution Frogadier holds the same names. But suddenly, at level 36, it becomes the Ninja Pokémon. And not just any ninja, one that uses its own tongue as a scarf. Fighting Lickitung must prove interesting for it. Clawdser's Japanese species name is Launcher Pokémon, which makes sense. I mean, look at that damn giant claw-like launching thing. Its English species name is Howitzer Pokémon. At first I was kind of dumbfounded by the strange name, but Cleffa pressured me to Google it. A howitzer is actually a type of artillery piece that is used to potentiate and propel projectiles. I think I can finally compliment them on a choice they have used. Excellent choice of translation, Game Freak. You nailed one good one out of like 50-something bad ones. Better luck with Gen 7, hopefully. Now that we've covered some of the weirdest Pokemon species names, how about checking out this video on True Green 7's channel to find out more about some neat Pokemon names. Just click the link here or look in the description below. Make sure you tell him you came from BulbaTube.